before the start just to give them info on where and when things will be happening.
It was this time last year, I think, that Dorian Boccolacci got penalised for jumping the start. Difficult thing to do on a rolling start, but if you are deemed to be ahead of the car alongside you, then race control don't like that. Got to go through your grid hatchings as well. That on the right-hand side, the Nissan trying to get a little bit of air, breathing space. Lights are out and away we go then. It's a better start from Picarello, who slices in front of Bastian Buus, and Buus has lost a lot of ground. He's been bullied by the 911 up into second position, side by side between the Nissan and the Porsche for the lead of the race. And here comes Neil Verhagen in the BMW. Saw nothing of the BMW yesterday, but it's fighting for the first couple of positions through turn 2. Always a bit of a pinch point, but everyone looks to have got through there cleanly. Back Dorian Boccolacci in that yellow and red machine now goes alongside Neil Verhagen. That's for 4th position. Boccolacci will have the inside, but they're squabbling further forward as the 911 gets himself up into 2nd spot. Great work from Alessio Giretti, who is such a hungry young man and already up a couple of positions.
Yeah, great start from Dorian as well. He's made up a few spots. Here we see Buus really struggling there.
Just not a good start, almost like he was in the wrong gear, Bastian Buus. Everyone just flooded past him, and he's having to defend even further from a hard-charging Jackson Evans down the inside of him. Might even open the door for Vermeulen here.
Yep, as we almost go 3 wide into T2.
Oh, contact! Contact from Jackson Evans, the lightest of touches on the Mercedes, but it turns the Mercedes around, and Alice Sepang facing the wrong direction. A little bit of damage is also all out of that position, and Miyake is a silver. So after the pit stops, we'll mainly have AM drivers in the cars, and wow, side by side as the 22 tries to move up through the field, as does the 18 actually. Both of these guys starting at the tail of the field. This is Wang Zhongwei and Kotaka. Kotaka trying to get around the outside. Sandy holding his head.
This is a good battle.
It's not really a place you're supposed to overtake, is it, Sandy?
No, but it's great to see them.
A bit of damage actually from the front right corner of the number 22. Sepang also trying to make amends after facing the wrong direction or being turned around. Is this for like 17th position or something? Right at the tail of the field. And I think Chaitong Liang being forced off the road. We saw it briefly at around turn 13. That's really yellow at the same time as the pit stop window opens. Then you just need to get the change done. You don't wait any longer. There is the 13 machine, and it's ground to a halt again.
Wow.
This almost looks exactly the same as the 96 yesterday. Just pulled off to the left-hand side, again in a very safe position, as we saw from Andy doing yesterday. The marshals are going to try and push it. But both the 96 and the 13 are the Evo version of the 296. We've got a couple of non-Evo versions out there.
It just wasn't close enough there to really look for a move.
Kotaka on Seitiera, the 2 Japanese racers. But Plus, I've always called it Stude, but it's Plus Study, apparently, the name, so apologies to them. And round the outside, a nice switchback move from Kotaka on Ara. That livery inspired from sim racing, with Fortnite liveried alongside it. And bleach branding as well. It's been racing in the virtual world for a while. Down the straight, I tell you what, the Nissan must have lost a lot of ground, because yes, he's up to speed and he's going to be attacking these 2 Porsches and 2 BMWs on the flashers round the outside of Brian Lee. Lee is absolutely jammed behind Wutterkorn, down the inside of Wutterkorn. So that's 2 positions back through. But this is now the lap of Aoki's life. He absolutely needs to attack. He's got tyres up to speed, though, already.
He's got tyres up to speed, and as we know, he's a silver with a lot of experience. So now he'll really be looking at just hunting down these AMs and trying to get past as many cars as possible.
Nice attacking attitude from Brian Lee down the inside of Wutterkorn into through the sack. That moves him up into what I think is about 5th position right now. And we didn't see too much of Brian in race 1, but he's at the sharp end. These 2 BMWs at the sharp end for race 2.
11, I believe.
12, yeah.
12 maybe? Yeah, 12, I think. So only 3 points.
Give away 3 points, but don't take 11 seconds into the next race. It's a tricky decision. Jay-Z in the 72, being passed there by Frankie Cheng and Li Chao. Li Chao in the 27 Mercedes, and that now the strongest Mercedes out there on the circuit. Victory in Phillip Island. Thankfully, Aoki saw him, gave him space, and held on to the position through the next turn to just claim that apex. But it was a brave move and an overlap, trying to get around the outside for Tekord here.
Oh, it would be amazing if he does this.
Oh, great stuff. Now the two sweeping left and right-handers, and Vutti gets out of it. He was racing here last year in TSS, champion of the Thai Super Series. So even though he wasn't with us here in Sepang last year, he's still got a chance to race around this circuit. Of May, if you are watching and fancying coming along, space on the grid to bring your car. Here comes Tekord now. Nice and strong down the inside, but it's going to be a hard place to overtake, and contact between the two of them. Sandy, you could feel that coming, couldn't you?
It's not typically where you would go for a move, but perhaps he had a big, oh no.
Damage to the right front of a place where you hardly brake. Very, very brave, and it didn't work out for either of them. There might be some behavioural warning points going the way of Vitakorn and Pruvasak at the end of the weekend. Damage on a slow-moving Nissan, but he doesn't seem to be abating too much, does he? Sixth position. We haven't been seeing too much of that, but Andy Dung has done an amazing job.
Yeah, great job by Andy. He's just been quietly working away in the background, a good pace, and it's enabled him to bring that 96 up.
500 gets back out on the circuit, so now that is not fixable, I'm afraid. 918, really not having the rub of the green this weekend. Suspension damage, and Vutti, I mean, you know the guy well. He'll be, he's not a dirty racer, right?
No, he's very clean. I mean, we really see them start to struggle with the rears now. Getting late stage in the race here, everyone on the limit of those rear tires.
Just one minute remains down the inside for Nandi. Jay-Z's not going to fight that one. Gets pushed a little bit wide, but the guy's not close enough to take advantage of it. And so Nandi scampers away. That's overall points now for Akishnan. Teammate Nicariello's 50th start. Anthony Liu has been with us almost every year. He did miss, obviously, the COVID year, but he's had nearly 60 starts. And here comes Lu Wei over the line to take victory number 7 in GT World Challenge Asia history. Second position for Anthony Liu, and a parked up Frankie Chen on the left-hand side there. And what about this? Oh, a change for third position on the last lap.
Wow.
Ron Huan has got himself up to third position, and Tony Moran demoted to fourth.
Wow. I'd like to see a replay of that.
Here's Brian Lee with Andy Dung right on his tail, but he has held on for fifth position, and these are going to be both winners in class in silver AM for Brian Lee. For Andy Dung, it's silver. What a stint from the young Chinese driver in that Ferrari, though. After yesterday's disappointment, he really has done a good job. And further back, we now search out the leaders in AM. Santoso sharing that car with Mike Joe, just ahead of Dean Chen, who is in the silver AM category. He's going to be fourth of that category, but it's going to be a win for Fat Santoso. Missed out yesterday on the AM victory, but today it falls in his hands, and he's not that much further ahead of the 22 pink Porsche. Great second stint once again for Hang Cheng Liu. For Brian and Max, and staying in the top 5 as well. Pressure, no doubt, on Brian Lee's shoulders. Had that penalty yesterday, if you remember. So it was a bit more tricky for them to repeat what they've just done today. Lu Wei becomes the most successful man in GT World Challenge Asia history. A 7th victory over across multiple years. And on his 50th start, it's Picariello who is his pro to help him out. A great start, a strong opening lap, and then kind of looked easy.
Yeah, they just had their eyes forward, kept the pace to Anthony behind, who did a great job to kind of close the gap.
So look at this replay then. Round the outside of turn number 3, is that?
Yep, into turn 4 and has the move done.
Quite easy in the end. Must just have been a traction thing for the BMW.
Out of T2, yeah.
And he scampered away and created a big gap. It was, I think, 3.5 seconds by the end of the lap. So,
had some pace.
Yeah, it was there. And so that's a first and a third for the 911 pairing of our mob entertainment dance show. But it's not a sponge.
I'm also trying to figure it out.
Please message us on the live chat if you have any idea as to what that is. I'm sure somebody out there. A nice cooling champagne for Easter Sunday afternoon here in Malaysia. And for many of these drivers, it's a quick hop back to Europe for the start of the European GT World Challenge Series. Boccalacci's there, Picariello's there, even Goretti's there next weekend. It never stops in the world of GT3 SRO competition. Might be a bit cooler in Paul Ricard though.
Yeah, definitely quite a bit colder, I'd imagine.
And if you